What? No, I don't understand it. It should have worked. I did everything right on this episode of Jack. Boy, that intro was worth it. Anyways, so excited to answer this week's questions from you. We're gonna have to use that take. Here are your questions I'm reading for the first time. Important question. What is your favorite dinosaur? You're about 30 years too late in asking me this. I'm sure 6-year-old me would have an answer for this. Maybe, you know what? Ultrasaurus? Is that one? Was that one? I feel like Ultrasaurus was like king of the dinosaurs. I think 6-year-old me would have loved me some Ultrasaurus. Yeah, Ultrasaurus. That's a real one. Ultrasaurus, meaning ultra lizard. That's it. I don't need to learn or read anything else. Too long, didn't read ultra lizard. Could a 6-year-old pick a better dinosaur to be their favorite? I don't think so. Literally means ultra lizard. Oh, you can actually do dark mode on Wikipedia. Oh my God. Whoa. This is so much better. I've been using Wikipedia since I was, what, 18? Half my life ago. And I mean, is this new? I don't care. Literally life-changing stuff. Thank you for asking me the stupid dinosaur question, because it really was just merely a vehicle for me to discover that Wikipedia now does dark mode. Oh, that's so much better. That just saved the mid-ass question that is, what's your favorite dinosaur? No, this is my real favorite dinosaur. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is my favorite dinosaur. I had this as a kid. I had the Megazord. Holy shit. Because, I mean, like, this kind of counts, right? Because they were made up of other dinosaurs and prehistoric animals. Saber-tooth, Triceratops, Mastodon, Pterodactyl, and Tyrannosaurus. That's how the Red Ranger would say it. Anyways, this is my favorite dinosaur. The original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord. Give it up for the only dinosaur that really counts, because it's 5 dinos in one, yeah. You know what Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this is now a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode. You know what's cool about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the toy lines? Every once in a while, there's a big episode where the Megazord lost to the Monster of the Week. So they would have to introduce a different Megazord in to save the day and just completely stomp the beast's ass. And then, you know, they could just print money off of that cool new Megazord. And they did this so many times. And you know what? It worked on me every single time as a kid. I'm like, Mom, my Megazord sucks now. You gotta get me the stronger one. You love your son, right, Mom? Don't get me the busted ass inferior Megazord, because it just lost. It just lost to the giant beetle or whatever. Get me the Zeo Megazord. I had a bunch of them growing up as a kid. Anyways, that's my favorite dinosaur. Do you know that Wikipedia has a dark mode now? If you had to pick the all-time worst reaction that you've came across, what would it be? Hold on, maybe we can get one right now. reactbot, can you hit us with just a nasty reaction? Nope. I'm out of the loop. Same here. I'm always out of the loop. Sorry. I'm out of the loop. As of late, can you summarize 2025 in just 4 words? Okay. Is he dead yet? If you could host a panel at something like VidCon or TwitchCon, what would you talk about? What would I talk about? Well, first off, VidCon and TwitchCon are 2 very different beasts, very different animals. I've kind of unofficially stopped going to one and have kind of unofficially started going to another. TwitchCon's really fun, man. I have a gay old time. I've met a lot of fun, cool people at TwitchCon. VidCon, I've hosted multiple panels. I've done Q&As and so many gall-dang meet and greets. I've met a ton of you guys over the many years, the many VidCons I've attended, from, I want to say, like 2011 to, I think, 2019 was the last one I was at. So I think I've been to 9 VidCons. And then, oh boy, how to put it delicately and lightly, the vibes have changed. It's a little different. And this is, I'm just speaking for myself, and I don't want to take away anyone else's experience that they've had, but it just doesn't hit the same. It feels like a different beast, just a larger, more unwieldy beast. And I'm really glad I didn't go to this past VidCon. Let me fucking show you. Damn it! I wasn't gonna say anything. Now I'm gonna say something. All right, it's fine. So VidCon, and this isn't, I know that you didn't even ask this. This is not the question you asked. You're like, what would I host at a panel? But I've hosted so many panels and been a part of so many panels and discussions. Let's go to VidCon's Twitter profile real quick, okay? Because there was one tweet that really made me roll my eyes so fucking far behind to the back of my head. And just one of those moments where I'm like, I'm kind of glad I don't go anymore. But beforehand, VidCon was very cool. I treated it like a fun family reunion. Seeing old friends and making new friends. It was such a lovely tradition, a lovely gathering of people I really respected, whose company I enjoyed. And then they kind of started letting, they let in the Paul brothers, and then they let in other people. This isn't the post. I'm literally just scrolling. But you know what I mean? Like, shit's changed. All right? And now the organizers at VidCon, whoever they are, they're making some decisions that I don't know if I would make. And I'm getting to the point. Yes, here it is. Okay. 5 days ago, as of this taping, VidCon tweeted this. Don't miss the live podcast recording of Talk Tua with Haley Welch. And I'm like, really? Should we be giving the Talk Tua person another platform? You know, despite, I don't know, everything? And I'm not just talking about, you know, the meme of Hawk Tua. That's fine. You know, you're totally fine to like take advantage of your 15 minutes of fame. And boy, did she do that. I'm talking about the shit coin and the rug pull and the SEC investigation and, you know, the legal stuff. So why is VidCon like, hey, you know who we should have? Talk to. Like, stop platforming these people. They're not good people because they take their fame and they fucking exploit not just fame, but people willing to spend fucking thousands of dollars. Oh my God. And then just run away with the money. Maybe we shouldn't platform the Haleys of the world. I don't know. So when VidCon tweeted this, cue the Seinfeld, or no, I think it's a Curb gif of Jerry standing up going and walking away. Cause like, God fucking damn it. I heard that the panel was a shit show. Hey, not everyone should be famous. Fame is not for everyone. Some people mismanage it. Now TwitchCon, that's where the shit's at. TwitchCon has some good energy, great parties. I love the company. I've met some and made some really good, strong friends there. I'm kind of treating TwitchCon as the new VidCon. But yeah, VidCon has changed, man. VidCon has really changed. Anyways, let's go back to Jackass, because your question was not that at all. Your question was, if you could host a panel at something like VidCon or TwitchCon, what would you talk about? All right, so you're asking me two different questions. If I could host a panel at VidCon, it would be called People Who Should Not Be Invited to Next Year's VidCon. And I would unfurl my parchment, you know, like I would let it drop like, and it would open with Haley Welch and just go from there. That's my panel at VidCon. For TwitchCon, I don't know. It would be less of a panel and just more of me asking people to stop dead air, right? You know what grinds my gears? Just dead air. I talked about this in the podcast, but one of my, like, I got on my soapbox, and one of my biggest gripes is just these crazy popular ass, hugely successful Twitch streamers with thousands, if not tens of thousands of concurrent viewers, and they just sit there slack-jawed as the chat goes, and they don't say shit. I mean, like, hey, I can't really judge them because they're doing something right that I'm not doing, but at the same time, I hate dead air. Like, just talk. I don't just hate dead air, I'm terrified of it. I'm always yapping because I never want my streams to be boring and dull. That's how people click off. I sure as shit wouldn't watch someone who like barely says something full of uhs and ums. Fuck to it. All right, let's keep going, eh? How would you solve the creativity crisis in Hollywood right now? Not to put the onus on the moviegoers, because it really shouldn't be on us, but I think we do kind of have to see more original films. And I did my part. I saw Elio, an original Pixar movie. All right. It's not Toy Story 6 or Monsters 4 or Cars 8. It's Elio 1, but it's a cute movie. If you look up Elio, the first thing you'll see is how poorly it's performing. Let's do it right now. I just typed in Elio, right? Without even looking, Elio. Right? Yeah. Disney's disastrous Elio marketing is a perfect study in how to... Yeah, like I said, the onus should not be on the moviegoers. It should be on the studios. They should market their original properties way fucking more. The marketing for Elio was atrocious. There almost was none. It was non-existent. Most people are like, what the hell is Elio? What are you talking about? And if you show them this, they'll be like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that boy in my life before. When I catch up with my family, I'm on the phone, I'm saying like, oh, I just saw Elio the other day. They're going to be like, excuse me, what is that? We don't know what you're talking about, because there's just no marketing for this movie. Forget like, oh, the pressure's on us, the moviegoer, to see these movies. No, pressure's on the studios to fucking back their original movies and properties a bit more. Have some faith in your original properties. Did you see? Okay, but it's also kind of my fault. The Hannahcast just wrote, did you see Sinners yet? No, I did not see Sinners yet. Looks too spooky. I'll see it with closed captions on and the lights turned way up and my TV's brightness turned way down, so I can't see any of the scary moments. But I do really want to see Sinners because I've heard nothing but praise and good things for that movie. And again, that's another original property or an original story, but solving the creativity crisis in Hollywood right now. It's a two-part thing. Audiences do have to show up for these movies, but the studios really do have to broadcast them more so that they're more ingrained in our little brains. If you're not going to advertise Elio, don't be shocked when no one shows up opening weekend, right? And it could have long legs. Look at Elemental. That was another original Pixar movie that started horribly box office wise, then snowballed and then made $500 million internationally. Maybe that could happen again for Elio. Kind of hope it does. Is it like the next Wall-E? Is it that good? I don't think so, but it's pretty good. It's a Pixar movie. The worst Pixar movie is better than the best Smurfs movie. So, you know, that's a movie that I hope fucking fails, man. I have an exclusive video here talking all about the Smurfs marketing. It's not that I want to see movies fail. I would much rather see original properties succeed. But the icing on that little cake would be, you know, things like Smurfs failing. But Shrek 5, though, that has to succeed. Don't blue my cover. Exactly. The fucking worst character posters. Oh, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I uploaded a whole 10-minute rant on character posters for the new Smurfs movie because they get progressively worse. I know, and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. You forgot to point out that they use the same joke twice. Cranium and Deuce is so right. The comments, like the top comment or top couple of comments in that video I uploaded today, they point out something that I'm so pissed that I completely missed. They use the same joke twice in the posters, one of which kind of makes sense and the other is a very forced pun. Brainy Smurf, talk nerdy to me. Totally acceptable, fine pun. That, you know what?
I gotta respect this.
You gotta respect that pun. That's a decent pun to talk dirty to me. Talk nerdy to me, okay? All right, remember that. Remember that in your brain holes, okay? Because then a few posters later, this ugly fuck, their catchphrase is, talk witchy to me.
Huh?
That's not a pun. That doesn't, what? Talk witchy to me? At least talk nerdy to me works and is a cute little pun and a rhyme. But talk witchy to me straight up sucks. You can't use the same joke twice, especially if it doesn't work. I hate it. And I'm very, very mad that I missed that in making my video today because all the comments seized that opportunity immediately, right? This is the video I uploaded today, owned by the Smurfs movie. Yeah, boom, top comment, 3,500 likes. I don't think we're dwelling enough on the fact that the marketing team was so uncreative that they used talk nerdy to me and talk witchy to me as two separate character taglines. And I completely missed that. That's on me. And I'm furious that I was in such a rush to just fucking pump out this video that I completely missed that great point that multiple people actually touched upon in the comments. So I'm very mad. Go ahead and talk witchy to me if you want to. Whatever the fuck that means. All right. Why do you often forget to customize Yai Thumbnails? Oh, I guess I do. Sorry, I had to think about that first. It's one of those, do I? Let's take a look at all my thumbnails, okay? Also, wow, I had no idea Jack is a Nerd is that old. I just realized, congrats, your channel's 14 today. This is Jack is a Nerd, by the way, not Jack's Films. That's, oh my God, that's gonna be 19 soon. No, by the time this video's out, Jack's Films will be 19 years old. Ew. Ew. Oh no. June 26th is the birthday of Jack's films, by the way. Okay, let's look at let's go back to Jackass. The question was, why do you often forget to customize Yai thumbnails? And I can answer this exactly. Here are all my Jackisanerd videos. So let's look at the last Yais, okay? That was customized. This podcast episode was not customized because I did not know. By the way, this is an answer to your question. If I ever don't have a customized thumbnail for a video on any of my channels, it's because I don't know what the thumbnail should be. For this podcast episode, The Hotline Returns, I had no idea. It's the default. When I uploaded the video, I didn't choose a thumbnail. This one was sort of customized in that I just took this specific still. I didn't edit anything because I was lazy and didn't know what else to do. This one, lazy, didn't know what else to do. Spend $80 on this and not on Mario Kart. I thought the title was strong enough for that one. What else? Just a normal Yai. That was a custom one. This one obviously is custom. Oh yeah, here you go. Yeah, another custom one, or not custom one. Yai, but Aaron ruins it. Was lazy, didn't know what else to do besides take a still of me with the phone, looking kind of frustrated and bored while my wife talks at me. Like, this one, I don't remember if this is custom or not. I don't remember if this is still from the video, my fucking teeth like that, or if I just took a random still, went to Photoshop, used the liquify tool, and just embiggened my mouth. I don't remember. Let's see. Oh, here's another lazy one. Yai, thanks. I was lazy, didn't know what to do. Don't say adulting. Look at that. It's just me laughing. Lazy, didn't know what else to do. Me with the moist critical background. No, this is just a still from the video. Lazy, didn't know what to do. Cue Steve Jobs introing the world's first iPhone. Are you getting it? Why don't you just ask your team if you don't know? That's from Elise.com, who's ironically on my team. Why not just have my extremely talented, hardworking, and fucking smart-ass team make the thumbnails, right? And the answer is, I don't know. It's a good point. I should. But sometimes, like, I've been on YouTube for so long, you could spend hours on a thumbnail and it won't make a difference. And sometimes you can spend 0 time at all and not even bother making a thumbnail. And for whatever reason, the nature of the title, planets align, whatever, the video will go bonkers in spite of, not because, or maybe it is because of the lack of effort in making a thumbnail. There are thumbnails I'm really proud of. This took a lot of reformatting with the text and the flag. We're gonna put reactbot, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I'll put a lot of work in a thumbnail and it just doesn't perform. Like this one I thought would do a little better and this did not do terribly well for a Jackass, even though this took a while for me to put together. Look at this. Look at this. This is so stupid. Here's why thumbnails don't always work. Be wary of any YouTubers trying to sell you courses on like viral thumbnail usage. Because look, I think this is an attractive looking thumbnail. It's got like lovely color contrast, readable text, right? 108,000 views. Look at this. No thumbnail, no text, very bland colors, very like low saturation, low contrast colors, 270,000 views. There's no rhyme or reason. Anyone who claims to have YouTube all figured out is lying and they're wrong. You never fucking know what's going to do well. You can put all the effort in the world into a thumbnail and it just may not perform. Sometimes I have an inkling, I have a feeling where it's like, you know what? I could spend 30 minutes photoshopping a very particular thumbnail, but I think I'll just have me laughing for this one, for Don't Say Adulting. And look at that. It got almost 200,000 views, which is great for me. Like, I'm very happy with that. You never fucking know. So that's why not all of my Yais have those custom made thumbnails. Cause like sometimes I think it's worth it. And there are other times where it's like, no, let's see how it does without a thumbnail. And sometimes it pays off and sometimes it really doesn't. But I roll those dice on a pretty frequent basis. So next time you're on Jackisanerd, take a look. See if I bother doing a thumbnail for a Yai or if it's just me in mid-laugh or sentence going, good question, though. I love talking about shit like that. How many collabs do you regret? If I'm being perfectly honest, because I've collabed with most everyone on YouTube, right? More or less. I don't regret a lot of them because at the time of collaborating, hardly anything cancelable was in effect. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy for the opportunities to be collaborating with so many YouTubers. And like, yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy to rewatch some of my older videos and see some of these collaborations and cringe. I mean, God knows I've done that. But regret is a strong word. And I don't know if I feel a real sense of regret. Because at the time, I'm just happy to do it. And like, oh, I like your work. blah, blah, blah. Happy to just have that opportunity. Does that make sense? I know that's kind of not the answer you were sort of looking for. It's hard for me to go back and say like, oh, well, I really regret working with so-and-so. I don't know. I'm having a very tough time with this question, and it's not a bad question at all. Quite the opposite. I just don't feel like I'm giving it the sufficient answer and weight to this question. Final question. Let's move the fuck on. When was the last time you pee-peed the bed? Thank you for calling it that, for specifying pee-peed. I haven't done that since my early 30s, so it's been a while. It's been a couple of very proud years. Question, did anyone else wear pull-ups as a kid growing up, or just me? Am I the only asshole who wore pull-ups? You know, because I grew up with a little bedwetting problem till I grew out of that when I was 17. What are pull-ups? Fuck, man. Wow. I feel so... Oh. Jack's a big kid now. Yeah, I'm a big kid now. Yeah, remember the jingle? There you go. Some people know the Pullups jingle. All right. I don't feel so isolated, so alone. Roxy Road writes, why are you nostalgic for pissing the bed? I'm not. I don't have a clever answer to this question. When was the last time I pee-peed the bed? So I'm trying to spin it into a whole like, oh, well, you know, it's been a minute, but growing up, I had to wear pull-ups as a kid. The last time Chip peed our bed was like 2 weeks ago. So that was fun. Talk about someone who needs pull-ups. All right. Where is she? Hey, Chip. Chip, come here, baby. I want to show everyone your pull-ups. Come here, big girl. Where's Chip? Where's Chip? Chip. Chip, which I had to pull her away from Sunday. They do this thing where whenever Chip and Sunday are together, and I go, come here, Chip, they start growling at each other, and it becomes like a little pissing match. And I just for this bit, I just wanted to grab Chip, hold her up to the camera, and just kind of shame her for peeing out. Not just her, she peed her bed twice today. Once this morning, right? Yeah, and she's yawning like, fuck you. She wet her bed this morning, like when I let her out, and then later today, while I was filming something here in my little office, I look in the bed and she fucking did it again. After I had washed it and cleaned it and dried it and put it back in her little crate, she went back and pissed on it again, this little shit. Look at her and she's like, but that doesn't matter. I don't care if she pisses her bed. I only care when she pisses in our bed, which she also does semi-frequently because she has the bladder the size of a thimble and she doesn't even care and she doesn't even know it, right? God, you're lucky you're cute. I say this every single day. If you were an ugly dog, I'd throw you in the wood chipper and laugh. I hate how cute she is. I fucking hate her little teddy bear face. Piss in her bed is to establish dominance. Fuck, why didn't I think of that? Pretty privilege. Yeah, honestly, if you ever have to ask, like, what does pretty privilege mean? This is pretty privilege. This is what pretty privilege means. Oh my God. But yeah, she pisses all the time. And I only piss sometimes, but that's just when I drink. So ask me your questions and I will ignore them, 'cause I'm a jackass, a big fat freaking jackass. Chip, have you met reactbot actually? reactbot, say hi to Chip. Oh, she liked that. She liked that. reactbot, say hi again. I'm reacting so hard right now. Yeah, you are, buddy.